Hi Chandni, how are you? Welcome to Emerging Trends.
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
For our viewers, Chandni is joining us here on Emerging Trends. She is a baker. In fact, she is a graduate from London Warwick College in economics, and then she shifted to baking. So we are going to talk about Chandni's journey into the new profession. Welcome, Chandni.
Thank you so much.
So, Chandni, let us start by talking about how you started and how you came upon this idea of starting Bliss.
So, for all of those of you who don't know, hi, I'm Chandni, and I have a beautiful patisserie studio called Bliss. It was a passion project that now, over 5 years, has developed into one of its kind dessert table catering and specialized cake company. I moved back from the UK after completing my undergraduate and master's degree from the London School of Economics. But I really wanted to do something different and to be able to find a sustainable creative outlet. So I decided to do a small patisserie diploma at Le Cordon Bleu in London after that. That really inspired me to start something of my own and a pastry shop or a studio that has its own signature style. So I always saw myself more of as a cake designer or a cake artist rather than the traditional confectioners or retail bakeries.
Okay. So, Chandani, what inspired to start your cake studio?
I've always been a very creative person and I wanted something that enabled that creativity in a very sustainable way. So I tend to draw my inspiration from fashion, vintage floral prints, floral arrangements, everything, whatever catches my eye.
Okay.
So then I set about sketching the design, researching new methods or techniques that may help in the design process. I have a very nice love for learning creative softwares that also help in innovating a lot of new products for us. And I'm very self-taught in that and I'm no expert, but I think it has helped us explore another niche, which is just an extension to our work into packaging and gifting.
Okay.
I think the best part about realizing my lifelong dream or having my own creative studio is getting to do what I love every day.
Okay.
I realize how lucky I am to enjoy my work, and I love putting my own personal touch into something that becomes a very important part of people's happiest moments and celebrations. So I think the worst part probably is that I always seem to be working when others are celebrating.
It's always like that. So, Chandni, tell us, what was your challenge starting your cake studio?
I think one of the main challenge to overcome was to actually decide that this is what I want to wake up and do every day for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I was at crossroads at a very early point in my career. On one hand, I had just completed a grueling year at the London School of Economics and applied to various investment banks for jobs, which also meant that I would get to stay back in London. But I finally decided to move back to India and start something for myself. I didn't know how or what form it would take, but I knew I wanted to do something with my life that enabled me to have a sustainable creative outlet, create beautiful art and design through the medium of food.
Okay.
My parents always told me that if you will only get success if you want it as much as you want to breathe. And anyone with any experience in this field or in this industry will tell you that it is not an easy place for startups with a purely creative concept. It is very competitive and trends change faster than you can cope with. And what starts off as a passion project will end up consuming you if you want to remain at the top of your game, I think. I think staying true to why I started and playing on my strengths of a keen eye to detail and meticulousness, I found my niche in the specialized cake section after that. It was a relatively green field for Ahmedabad because we don't have a lot of companies like this. I think my cakes are known mostly for their pretty designs and they are traditionally elegant and understated. They have a bigger emphasis on the skilled craftsmanship and the taste. I really pride myself on the dedication that goes behind making each and every cake and event perfect, and understanding what the people want and having the skills to translate that to sugar. The cakes are not really for the mass market, but for people who really appreciate the beauty of sugar flowers and the skills that require to reflect that natural beauty.
So, Chandni, what are the challenges your industry is facing post-pandemic? Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, the current pandemic has been a major disruption to many small businesses. Some of the immediate challenges for the smaller businesses has been a shortage of labor. Given the nationwide lockdown, laborers had left the city for their native places. Some of the bigger companies are still being able to run with a minimum workforce, but I think it's the smaller bakeries that are struggling to still keep up with what work they need to do to keep afloat. Another crucial problem is the unavailability of a very certain important raw material, which is actually not an essential but is required for everything. Yeast is actually so essential but not classified as an essential good, and most of the bakeries right now are struggling to even make bread without it.
Do you foresee any future risks as far as your industry is concerned?
As far as risks are concerned, a lot of permanent closures of restaurants are taking place, which is very sad because a lot of smaller bakeries are dependent on supplying them buns and pizza doughs and all of this. It is having a ripple effect on other people as well. But what I see, one trend that has emerged out of this pandemic is online shopping. That will completely change the business model of a lot of high street bakers. They do still, and they are still able to reach the consumers through that channel. I think that is something that is even after the pandemic.
So you have been in a completely very interesting but completely different business. So do you have any special advice for young new entrepreneurs who want to pursue something like what you're doing at the moment?
I'm much less experienced than many people and even in the whole field of business in general, and I feel like their experience would be much more valuable than mine because they have surpassed what I have experienced. But I think from my journey, I would like to tell them that the reality of running a business is not at the beginning. Setting up a business is the easy part because you have the passion, you have the excitement, you have the drive of being part of the game. But I think once it starts playing out and something goes wrong, or you get busy with the maintenance of the day-to-day work and mundane tasks, that I think is where inspiration goes, but your motivation to keep going on should stay. And I would like to tell entrepreneurs like young girls or whoever that you have varied responsibilities, and the work that you actually love is a very small part of the whole system that allows you to do that small part of your work, and it's really worth it to keep going. I think it really hurts if you are working odd hours while people are celebrating, but that is, I think, where you have to keep the motivation, and then you will be able to do every day what you really love.
True.
And we have so many unforeseen and disruptive moments that we tend to get overwhelmed by it and forget to think. But that is really when you should think and have patience, which is just a form of faith that in the future something else will come out of it, and then your company, your business will develop more because of the challenges that you have faced in that situation.
Yeah, so I think it's a great advice, even though you're not experienced, but we are talking about younger women, and I think you will be a great inspiration to them. Thank you so much for being on this platform. For our viewers, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. We will have many more interesting girls like Chandni coming onto this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you.